Hi, and welcome to the Rockton SmartFill Demo. Today we're going to be talking about our flagship product, the Google or Bing style search tool for finding your key records all across GP. It's a super simple, huge time-saving tool that you're going to want to use anywhere that you touch in GP. So let's jump in. When we talk about finding those key records, what those are things like your accounts, your vendors, your customers, your items. So we're going to show you exactly how SmartFill can save you a whole lot of time. Let's start with an account. Now think about this little magnifying glass. Think about how many places you see that magnifying glass all across GP and your third-party products. The goal of SmartFill is to avoid having to click on that, waiting for that list to populate, then sorting that list, watching that list shoot back up to the top as you're scrolling through it because you have accidentally typed on the field. We don't want you to have to click on that button. We want you to find your account based on what you know about your account. So let's think about that a little bit. What is something you might know about your accounts? You might know the middle segment. Maybe you know the description of the account or the type of account it is. Anything like that can be used to find that account faster. So let's say we know that we are looking for a labor account. What I'm going to do is type labor right across where I would normally need a numeric value. I'm going to hit tab, key button here, through the rest of my segments, and in that instant, SmartFill goes to work and it goes through my entire chart of accounts and brings back just accounts with labor somewhere in either the account number, the account description, or the account alias. And these top descriptors, those change based on the key record that you're looking for. So you can see I've got 15 different labor accounts. Now, if I was a humongous organization, I might have 500 labor accounts. So with SmartFill, I have ways of shrinking these lists down even further if necessary. I can do an additional search. So maybe I know that I'm looking for one of my WIP labor accounts. I can type in WIP, hit tab again, and now I've got 3 of those results out of that initial 15. Now, once I find the record that I'm looking for, I can obviously double click. It's going to fill that in for me. Now, let's say I know part of a segment. I know that I have an 1130 account. That's probably my middle segment. I'm going to tab through. I only have one 1130 account. No other account contains that value. So it's going to auto-populate the window for me. So there's my petty cache. Now you can use SmartFill all across GP. So it's not just in those card windows, it's also going to be in your transaction windows, your inquiry windows, your third-party windows. Let's look at a vendor now. Let's say we're looking for a travel vendor. We know that our vendor IDs, they're not named perfectly intuitively. So I'm going to look for travel and hit tab. Now you can see that my search criteria has changed because now I'm looking for a vendor. So we're looking at the vendor ID, the vendor name, and the vendor class. Travel does not have to be the first word in what I'm searching. SmartFill is a contains clause for the most part, so we have that ability to search the whole vendor's name, not just part. Now, let's look at adding some more fields that might be searchable for us, might make it just a little bit faster to find a vendor. So we're going to click on our object and we're going to edit some objects. But first I want to show you what objects come with SmartFill. So we're going to hop back over to our menu and take a look at the various objects that come preloaded out of the box as soon as you install SmartFill, which can take as little as 5 minutes. These are all of the pieces that you're going to be able to search for right out of the gate without setting anything up. So we have 20 objects that come with the product, and that equates to over 4,000 searches across GP. 4,000 little magnifying glasses you don't have to click on anymore. And you can add SmartFill just about anywhere in GP. So we're going to open up our vendor and we're going to add some more criteria that we want to be able to search based on. Cool thing with SmartFill is that you can link additional tables. You can create calculated fields. You can do math with SmartFill if you want. But let's go ahead and we're just going to add another field. So the vendor master, it's already connected. So I have 106 fields in the vendor master at my disposal to be able to search on. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to add the city that this vendor is located in. I'm going to search and I'm going to display. So that means I can search based on the city and I'm going to display it in my make a selection window. So you can see how it's changed a bit. I'm going to save that. And that's all there is to it. I do not have to be a developer, which is huge because I'm not. I don't have to be a developer to figure out how to edit SmartFill. So now let's type Chicago. Hit tab. And if we look at this window, we are looking for Chicago in the vendor ID, the vendor name, or the city. And you can see right here, we've got Chicago Rental, but they're located in Glendale. So we have been able to search simultaneously all of these fields and have those display. Now, thinking about how you could use SmartFill a little bit out of the box, we've added some new functionality where we allow you to export this information almost like a smart list. So I'm going to search for my customers and I'm going to search for my VIPs. Look what happens when we do this. In addition to searching the customer name and the customer ID, I'm searching their notes. So those little yellow sticky notes that you see next to that magnifying glass, I'm even looking in those. So it's reading those notes, all my VIPs, and I'm producing their address information. Now I'm going to hit export and send this out to Excel. So now I have a full list of all my VIP customers as well as their address information. So maybe I want to create a mail merge. Maybe I'm going to send them their holiday baskets. Here are all those VIPs with their address information. I can hide the columns that I want just like any other Excel spreadsheet. And now I can send out maybe a special message or a special thank you to those VIPs. So that's one example of how you can use this export. Now let's put it all together and we'll do a transaction for you. We are going to go sell something. So we'll sell to one of our VIPs. Let's say these guys, they get an 8% discount. That's awesome. So that's popping up, letting me know that, hey, make sure we give them that discount. They're special. And let's sell them something green. I think SmartFill makes a huge difference searching items because I don't know item numbers. I can't remember 500 different widget numbers. So SmartFill just takes what I know, goes and finds my items. Here's an example of a calculated field. I have my quantity available and my quantity on hand also listed with even my vendor item descriptions. I can even pull in bin numbers, things like that, so that I know I'm grabbing the right item and I have enough of it on hand to sell. So we've got our green phone and we've added that to our invoice, and we can just keep on going down the line. If I needed to change the distributions, those account numbers are going to work exactly how you just saw them. Search for it by a cash account, an expense account, whatever works better for you. SmartFill is meant to be the fastest way to search your key records in GP that there's ever been. So if you have questions on SmartFill, we encourage you to reach out to us, sales@rocktonsoftware.com, or if you would like a free 30-day trial of SmartFill, test it out, use your own data, let your users experience SmartFill, and see if it's something you can't live without as well. Reach out to us, sales@rocktonsoftware.com, and we can get you set up with that free 30-day trial. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.